Hey, Drew, you killed this shit.
Yo, what it do, world? It's your boy Hollywood Mike T. I'm sorry, Hollywood Multi-Man T. And this is In the Four Corners of Wrestling with your boys, man. Foes up, quads, disown. Hey, man, this is the wrestling podcast for the fans only. Hey, man, listen, we don't read the dirt sheets because they're dirty. We don't want no dirty laundry. We don't want no dirty nothing, okay? Listen, again, this is for the wrestling fans. If you like wrestling, you just want to watch it, you don't want to hear about all that other stuff, we right here. Hey, man, I'm joined with my guys. My guys. J Will. What it do, J Will?
What's good, Mike? Good to see you. Good to see you, Mel.
And King Mel. He always, before I get to you, King Mel, J Will, he's like the host. I don't know if he thinks he's the host or something, but, before I even get to Mel, he would just bring you in. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Mel.
What's going on, y'all? Happy to be here. Ready to talk, man.
Hey man, listen, it's a lot to talk about in wrestling. I already know. Hey, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Hey, we on YouTube, we on Google Podcasts, we on well, see, I don't know about Google Podcasts. I still ain't look, but we on Apple Podcasts and we on Spotify. So if you listen to this, thank you. If you're viewing this, thank you as well. Hey, King Mel, as we always do around this time, let me get that AEW roundup. Now, I've been watching a little bit. And MJF versus Darby, they try to kill each other,
Mm-hmm.
but they're still alive, which is a good thing. AEW has a new champ. There's a lot going on in AEW. Can I get the AEW roundup, my brother?
Well, there is a lot going on. So, as you alluded to, MJF is now the AEW World Champion. 3 time. I think he's the only 3 time holder, and on top of that, he's holding his title at the before the age of 30 3 times. So that's very impressive.
The big B.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
Mm-hmm.
realize he was that young.
Yeah, he ain't that old. But on top of that, the thing it was 2 events that happened at Double or Nothing that made me excited. One to catch the beat Okada for the
I
international
saw that.
champion.
I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was proud of that moment. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't need to watch Double or Nothing no more. I was happy. I was satisfied. That was the second match in. I was happy.
Okay.
But my second favorite part is when Kevin Knight turned on Darby Allin and it led into Dynamite where he addressed and stated, yeah, I was the last person to beat MJF, and you failed me. So you know what? I'm tired of you. And he turned on him. Then his tag team partner, Ball of Speed, Speedball Mike Bailey came out there. He pushed him to the side like, yo, nah, this ain't working no more. I'm done. Dynamite had a little few moments, but I'm gonna get to the points that I'm really interested in. Like we had Chris Statlander versus Sheeta in a lights out street fight in Philly, where Sheeta lost and Statlander won. Those ladies was woo, blood, everything that you could imagine in the street fight.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had Collision. Collision was very interested in as well because of the fact that you had, Orange Cassidy and his group defended their titles against the Don Callis family. I'll keep forgetting they're the trios champion. But Takeshita took on Daniel Garcia. Takeshita defended that title very well. But there's one event that's still lingering around, the Owen Hart Cup. We know it's the men and women. We know it's the same thing, kind of like the King of the Ring. Everybody knows Will Ospreay is going to win this thing. But the thing is, Kenny Omega is upset that Will Ospreay is training with the Death Riders
Mm.
and he ain't come with him. That's an interesting story. It's like, why should I train with you? At one point, you was my biggest rival. Then the Death Riders became my biggest rival. I should really be training with none of y'all if I'm being honest, but that's just how I feel. But hey, that's what's happening in AEW. There's a bunch of good stuff and good stories happening right now. But yeah,
Hey man, AEW is I ain't gonna lie, Double or Nothing was pretty good. I watched it. For what I saw, it was pretty good. Um, Cope and Cage. Did you see him passing out the cameras? He said he bought a
mhm.
rack of them back in the day because he knew this moment was gonna happen. Um, that was pretty dope. So I ain't gonna lie to you. AEW is picking up. It's picking up some steam. You can't really hate on it really right now. They still got their other stuff that they do that's kind of like the Stadium Stampede match. I get it; it's a staple of AEW, but
Some stuff
anywho,
they just got to slow down on. That's all. It's more a matter of slowing down. I feel like they just been getting together a little piece by piece with the stories all together, but some stuff they just go too far off the edge. You can't reel it back in.
you cannot reel it back in. Hey man, but we moving on in this show. We just had Clash in Italy. Ooh wee, and WWE puts on for these foreign markets, these European tours, these European PLEs. They do it big. Listen, man, Clash in Italy had 5 matches, and we're gonna go break down each one. And we're gonna start with Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. All right, let me just say this. I may be talking too soon, but contender for match of the year. This was a good match between these two. I'm not gonna hold you. This was a pretty good match between these two. I like the story that they told. I like the only thing that really kind of blew me was the end. That's it. I don't know what Dave Metzer star grades is, but it probably would be a 5 if it wasn't for that ending. Because that ending was like, and I saw it too, like when it happened. Like, ain't his foot under the rope, or did he botch not putting his foot on the rope? But I saw it under the rope. So Gunther and Cody Rhodes. I'm gonna start with King Mel first. 'Cause King Mel had a shocked face on his face.
I
King
mean,
Mel,
you just said this match was match of the year.
I said contender.
I get it, but that's a I don't know. I know one match that I'll put in there that wouldn't be this. It'll be the Grande versus Grande. I'll put that in there. But let's talk about the Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. It was a well put together match until the very end. But did I get why they're trying to go that route? Y'all trying to bring some edge to Cody? Cause y'all get it. Y'all hear the rumblings. Y'all hear people online stating he's getting stale. He needs to go away. He getting too bored. So like y'all doing little things. So if y'all do decide to pull that trigger of him turning into a bad guy, a heel, whatever y'all calling it nowadays, then it will make sense. These will be all the events that's leading up to it. But it's kind of hard to buy in at the moment right now because it's like he just keeps winning. Like it's like he just keeps winning. And it's getting it's just getting very tiring that he just keeps winning. And I thought Gunther did an amazing job in that match. He caught him out of a couple of those Cody cutters into the sleeper hole. I thought Gunther looked fantastic for a guy that we haven't seen wrestle since WrestleMania. I thought he did a damn good job.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
Hmm.
Is this just Cody fatigue? Because Cody wrestled a pretty darn good match too. Don't get it twisted. Cody, it takes two to tango. And
It does.
Gunther did put on a good match, but this was one of Cody. Put it this way. I want to know, are you downgrading Cody's effort to the match because it's Cody? Or
No, I was just more impressed with Gunther. It had nothing to do with Cody. I know what Cody could do. For me, this was like a different version of Gunther, a more ruthless, more aggression. Like when he was catching him out them Cody cutters, I thought that was like very fantastic into the sleeper holes. I just thought he was going to actually win the match when he was doing that a few times because he did it about two, three times in the match. So I'm like, all right, he might really put this man to sleep. And
oh,
then
I hope you didn't put no bets in.
I didn't, but I knew Cody was going to win, but no. But Gunther had me believing in the middle of this match he was going to win. That's why I was very impressed with Gunther right there. That's why I'm giving a little bit more props to Gunther in this point. And then I just don't like the way, as you pointed out, the way Cody won, which is kind of like, eh.
Yeah, it was
Y'all
yeah,
had a great match, and then it was like, oh,
yeah. I
you
know what you're
dropped
saying.
the last piece of chicken. Now you hurt.
I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. Jay Will, what you think about this match?
I'm gonna reiterate some of the things that y'all saying. I think the pacing of the match was really good. It don't feel rushed. It doesn't feel. I think that's like one of the bigger criticisms that I had for like some pre like Mania where matches were very short. And this match was paced very well. It was five, like they said, the event was 5 matches, but it felt great. Like when we got to see a lot of things happen, a lot of work with characters. Mike, I got to go back to your question that you asked Mel. I don't think that I'm tired. I don't think that I have Cody fatigue with him as a wrestler. I think the character of Cody is what I'm tired of. Like
Okay,
I'm tired of this iteration of him. I want to see change in him as a character.
okay, fair enough, fair enough. I think it was a pretty good match. To the next match. Oh, I can't wait to hear what y'all got to say about this one. Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. I'm gonna go ahead and start. Jade, you've been kind of listening. I see. I'm gonna give you your bravos. You kind of been listening. I don't know what you was doing if you was down NXT, but you've been kind of listening. And I appreciate that. Um, Unfortunately for you, you are not where you're supposed to be at where they want you to be at in the position in the company. You're getting better though, so I bravos to you, but you still got some work to do. So I hope to see you keep improving because this was if she had a come out match where she this was her come out party, this would be that match. Um, but she's been in it so long, I guess you can. I don't know what to say. But Jay Will, Jay Cargill versus Rhea Ripley.
So I think that I really did enjoy the match. It is definitely not my favorite of the night for sure, but I do think that it was a good match, much better than the last one for sure. Um, I was surprised with just how the match went overall in general. Like I was expecting a little bit more of the nonsense and the shenanigans happening in the match, but it really didn't disappoint me in that aspect. Like I was like, okay, I'm not mad at this. I'm starting to wonder if we're going to get another one. That's the only thing that I'm starting to wonder.
I mean, I don't know because right now Jade is 0-2. So
Mm-hmm.
even if she does win one, does it really mean? I don't know. But all the people that's out there watching on YouTube, Jay Will has a strobe light. He was just at the disco. So like if you see him in the light and then all of a sudden he just goes in the dark, it's because he's listening to in the background. I got the disco music going on. Um, King Mel.
like one of the other podcasts.
Yeah,
King Mel. Yeah, yeah, that. King Mel, what you think about this match, man?
for me, this match might be match of the night for me. That's how that's how good Jay looked. Her last three matches, we could go WrestleMania Saturday night main event, and then this one.
Mm-hmm.
She has been looking very impressive to
Mm-hmm.
me. This has been her best WWE match by far.
Yep.
She didn't have to do all the moves that she did at WrestleMania. She just came out there. She first of all, the way she looked made Rhea Ripley to in my eyes, the presentation her made her look smaller.
Mm.
So then I was impressed with that. Then she was throwing her around the ring. They was both throwing each other. There was a few moves in there, like that electric chair where they fell out the ring and then they were still sitting like on top of each other. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I'm impressed by that. The only thing if Jay wasn't going against Rhea, she would have easily won. She would have won this match. Honestly, that's how I feel. If Jay wasn't going against Rhea, if this would have been somebody else, she would have won this match here. But the fact that she's going against Rhea, and it looks like now they're going to set up a triple threat in my eyes, possibly between Flair, Rhea, and Jade somehow because Rhea's not really 100% cool with Flair. But you could tell Flair is ready to finally go back into that world title picture since she lost to Tiffany Stratton.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jade still wants that match because remember, she called out Flair saying she'd been wanting that match with Flair. So they might be pushing into that direction with this angle starting off with here at Clash at Italy. But we'll soon find out.
I don't think we're ready for Charlotte and Jade yet. I don't think my personal opinion. I don't think we're ready for that yet. Um, we just got Jade and Rhea looking good, so let's just keep slow burning this. Um, Jay got to win a match, a singles match versus somebody.
The
The
match got to
only
be meaningful.
yeah, the only reason why I don't want her to win Queen of the Ring is because she'll be fighting in Survivor Series. I mean SummerSlam,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's too quick. That's too soon. If you would say Survivor Series or like Money in the Bank, maybe, but we'll see. Maybe she wins the Money in the Bank. Um, if you want to increase building her as a heel, having her win the Money in the Bank might work.
I think she still gets a match at SummerSlam here. I think they're gonna put her. They gotta showcase her.
Yeah, somehow.
They're gonna
Uh,
showcase her, but I just don't know how at this point.
yeah, we neither. Hmm. This match here is gonna piss a lot of people off, but I don't know what y'all thought was gonna happen. I don't know what y'all thought was gonna happen. Once this match was announced, if you're a wrestling fan, you should know Brock Lesnar was gonna beat Obafemi. Now you can all you want, but you knew Brock Lesnar once he came back. Once we saw that he was unretired, you should have known he was gonna get his get back. I know there's a lot of people out there pissed, but to me, he made Oba look good. Oba look good to me. Um,
Absolutely.
they, seven F5s, one of them through the announce table.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Brock Lesnar called him like Goldberg called him early in the match, and it was an impressive win by Brock. But Oba looked strong. Look,
Yeah.
Jay Will, what do you think about this match?
Like you said, Obafemi took seven F5s. One was through the announce table. Like brutal. Like if anything, like it really just shows how much of a tank that man really is. He did not. That was a loss that did not like ruin him in any way. It didn't make him look bad in any way. Like, if anything, it just goes to show character building wise, they're building him up that he can be this amazing thing. But then also like recognizing like Brock is not the same Brock from years ago, where it's like, okay, this is now the time for him to actually do step away and you have somebody like for these big sort of matches in the future. That's why I like feel like this was such a good job of giving the fans something that they wanted, because let's be for real, some of the fans really wanted Rock to win. Period. The first time.
Ooh,
Some fans, not some fans,
I don't know no fans that
not
wanted Brock
not
to win.
not these fans,
I
but
I don't think you could. I don't think that's fair to say that either.
I don't,
I
man.
think people wanted Brock to lose. They just didn't know that he was going to retire.
That's true. That's fair. I can agree. I can
Everybody,
see
I
that.
felt like everybody wanted Brock to lose
Yeah,
because they
if it would
wanted
have
the
been
rise of Oba.
right, if it would have been a situation where they had told us that Brock Lesnar was going to retire, then people probably would have been like, nah, 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 we want Brock to win. But the
Yeah.
fact that the way they did it, people put it like this: when Oba won 1, 2, 3, the I'm gonna say 90% of the wrestling world was happy. And then soon as Brock took his boots off, that same 90% of the wrestling world was like, oh man, damn, not like this. So
That's also now that's when I go back to, I think that the length of that match also makes a difference in why that reaction of him retiring at that moment, the presentation of him retiring at that moment makes it look bad because it was a super fast match.
I don't think it looked bad at all.
No, it didn't look bad, but it was fast. It was simply the timing.
I don't agree with you. I think that match was. I think both matches so far that they've had has been what they supposed to be.
I
It
will
has been.
say this match between him and Brock was what I would have thought him and Bobby would have actually looked like. Bobby Lashley would have looked like. That's what I thought.
Here
This
we
match
go.
was actually so like really good.
Every time it's a black wrestler, you got to people got to mention another black wrestler.
Well,
Why
no,
couldn't this match look like this
because if we
against like Laura
no
Sullivan
if
or
we talk
something?
about physique, the two of them are two big
He
dudes.
said
That's why I'm saying
Lars.
I mean,
like people
dude,
the way they were so intense with these two matches was the way people originally envisioned Bobby.
I'm just saying it's other big wrestlers. You know what I mean?
No,
That
but
you compared it to.
the
I
You,
get the point you make,
I get
Drew.
what you're trying to say, but I don't think that Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley was ever going to be one of the biggest matches. I just don't think. I just
it was
Bobby Lashley
people
never
had a
had
lot of
the.
hype for it. That's all my point.
Yeah, but Bobby ain't
These
never
two
been
matches
over.
lived up to the hype that people actually expected for it.
Bobby ain't never been over. He ain't never had this much hype
Mm,
ever.
yeah, yeah, I
So
agree with that.
I mean, I see where you're going with it, King Mel. What do you think about this match, man?
I know Oba lost, but he really didn't lose if you really look at it. That's how I view this match right here. He really did not lose. One, him doing his little walk, and that's about to be done now. You know why? Because Brock just beat him with 7 F5s. So now you could put the war walk, whatever he doing, you could put that to rest now and never have to use it again.
Nah, he got set. He can still use it because he got 7. If he'd have lost by like 3 or 4, he would have to retire it. But he can still kind of like do it now.
But that man took 7 of them F5s, like, and 6 of them was pretty much like, I eat those.
Yeah,
Even the one when he went through the announce table, he got up like at a count of 6 or 7, looked at him, got back in the
Yeah.
ring, and then started putting his paws on Brock. Like,
yeah, yeah,
Brock was in there like, whoa, like, what is this dude on?
yeah. That is true.
And this is the first time that we ever like really seen Brock Lesnar ever be like this nervous in the ring. Like for
Yeah,
him to go out there with and spam F5s and barely get the job done. That's not something that we could see like we ever seen out of Brock Lesnar. The max I probably see him doing the match was probably like three. And I think that was to like the Undertaker or Goldberg or probably both. But seven, he might as well just should have went out there and gave him full 10. The way Oba was all for that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say this much. 2K, you need to pay attention. This feature needs to be in the game next year, where you can start the match off and do at least four F5s. Um, I don't know if this match. Well, I don't know if it was better than the WrestleMania match, but it wasn't worse than that WrestleMania match. If that makes any sense.
They was
Um,
about equal. It depends on like what you prefer. That's how I
right.
look at it.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I agree. Um, we'll see. Brock was like 1 plus 1 equals 2, bitch, and it was like, what does that mean? He was doing Steiner math because I was like, wait, what? Yeah, 1 plus 1 does equal 2. Are you saying you even, or are you saying you want another one?
I
Like I
was
don't, I didn't get what he was trying to say, but
I was just happy his pants didn't rip, giving all them goddamn F5s.
you know how when Brock, like back in the day, when people didn't think Brock could talk with a mic, that like they didn't say that he couldn't talk with a mic. We just didn't know. This was one of the moments where it was like, yeah, I see why they don't give him the mic all the time. Because it was like he'll just say anything. Moving forward, man. King Mel said that one of the other women's matches was the match of the night. I may beg to differ, and this one may be the match of the night for me. Becky Lynch versus Soul Rika.
Ruka.
Ruka. Ruka. You know why this might be the match of the night for me? Because if I would have put down, I'd have put down $2,000 that Becky Lynch was walking out of there as a champion. There's no way I saw Becky Lynch losing to Soul Ruka in her first PLE. I just didn't see it. But then again, it's the WWE, the land of surprises sometimes. Triple H would say it's a whole new WWE. Um, Soul Ruka versus Becky Lynch. King Mel, what was your thoughts?
I thought it was well put together for a match. I definitely enjoyed the result. I just it felt like something was missing. Maybe it was the fact that I've been watching Soul Ruka since NXT, and I felt like the way they've been presenting her with the missing of the soul snatcher, missing of the soul snatcher, missing of the soul snatcher, and then now she finally got it, and then she won the champion from Becky. It's a cool moment, but then it's like at the same time, I was looking at her, I'm like, hey yo, why you got these leader pants on? Like I was distracted by the leader pants. Like it's not what you wrestle in. Relax. Go switch your outfit. Go back to what you wear. Like, did you forget your real attire at home? Did you just leave it in the States? Like, what's happening? Congratulations, though.
Got you. I got you. I didn't feel you just she had a whole Jackson 5 uniform on, like she was just dancing, dancing, dancing. Bam, bam, bam. She's dancing machine. Oh baby. Before I go to J Will, man, they promoting the hell out of Scary Movie 6.
Yeah.
They had like 17 different commercials on this drink. Sean and them
And
must got that money. They was buying T they was buying WWE time. Um, J Will, what you think about this match, man?
I think this was a really cool match. So Ruka, big win, big win over Becky Lynch. Oh, like Becky Lynch of all people. This is good for her. For and I didn't realize it was her first PLE on the main roster. I didn't realize that. I could have sworn she did like a rumble. I could have sworn that she did a rumble or something at some point.
A rumble don't count.
This man here,
I
man.
mean, it's all right. Fine, a
A rumble
singles
don't
match. All
count.
right,
This was it don't count because you know what? She was still officially NXT at the time where she came in like third place this year. They don't really
semantics,
count.
y'all. All right. Anyway, really good match for her.
You made me yawn.
I predicted that giant. I
You,
predicted that one.
you did?
Uh huh. Predicted that one. Happy for her. That's all I gotta say. Thank you because I'm tired of Becky Lynch. I'm tired of her. That's all.
How are you tired of her? She's the best women's wrestler of all time. And I'm not just saying it. Sports Illustrated is saying it.
I
Bleacher
wasn't.
Report
I
saying
didn't
it.
vote. I didn't
Well,
vote for that.
I mean, so she ain't the best women's wrestler of all time?
Not in my opinion.
Okay. Who is then?
Bianca.
No, I honestly, as much as I don't like her accolades wise, Charlotte.
Who?
Charlotte.
All right, we're gonna move on because this guy done bumped his head. CTE. Um, Roman Reigns versus cousin Jacob Fatu. And Roman is the OTC. He wins the Uva Fala in the tribal combat match. Um, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if I like this one might be even with the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't understand why Roman ripped all the turnbuckles, but I digress. I get it. You know, he just snapped. Um, Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu just was going off. They really made him look like he's super crazy. He just can't beat Roman, but he probably beat everybody else the way they had him booked. Um, he probably could have beat Cody. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but man, Jay Will, what do you think about this match? Roman versus Jacob Fatu.
Another great match for me. I really did enjoy this one. Honestly, like you said, just as much as their last match at Backlash. Um, Stuff leading up to it looked. I don't know. It is very interesting storytelling when you think about like the only time Roman really gets a one up on him is when the Usos are involved with it. But then the matches that they actually have, Roman wins without any sort of assistance from the Usos. Like this is the second one, and the Usos were not present. Like it's something that really needs to be talked about. That's like fantastic for me because I am noticing those small things. But like, oh man, and more so the things that's exciting me about the end of the match was with Solo and the Tongas at the end of the match, and they're walking past Roman and the Usos are looking at them. Roman's like, "Nah, we moving." The Usos is still staring. Jacob gets out of the ring and he's looking back and forth between the bloodline and the rest of them, and it's like, dog, there. This is it's one of those moments where the small details really matter. That sort of small stuff can add so much to a story with that specific moment. That's what is making this story still very interesting for in the future.
We're about to have a super bloodline. Mark my words. It's gonna be a super bloodline. The Usos gonna hold one tag belt. Somebody from the NFTs is gonna hold another belt, tag belt. Someone's gonna hold the IC title. Someone's gonna hold the US title, and then Roman's gonna hold
It's gonna
both.
be a monopoly on all the titles
Oh
except
no, Roman
Cody's.
getting both. Roman getting both sooner than later.
I
Um, I don't know when, but he gonna get them sooner or later.
but based off of because I saw like the first few minutes of the post show. Well, no, even yeah, but on the post show, Roman was like, after
Cody can get it.
QB,
Yeah, Cody can get it.
yeah, he was like, so I'm like, yo, are they going to? They're going to. They can't unite
Yes, he's
anytime
about to
soon.
have the super bloodline, and they about to run havoc. Watch what I tell you. They're gonna have the super bloodline. We ain't never seen nothing like this before since like the NWO used to throw people into like trailers and stuff. Watch what I
Except
tell you.
these
This is
members are
gonna be.
actually good.
Watch. Hey, King Mel, what you think about Roman Reigns versus my man Jacob Fatu?
Mm.
I kind of look like him if I had some dreads. If I did that, if I did it with had some dreads, I kind of look like him when I do the shake.
I was not impressed by this match.
Mm.
This match, it didn't move any type of movement for me. The ending, yes. The ending I will give. I like the ending where Jacob have basically you could see he's looking like he's leaning towards MFT. And then now Uso's like, get your ass over here. Let's go, man. Now you stuck with us, pretty much. So it's like, I like that portion, but it's like you got this monster. Well, you got this tribal chief version of Roman Reigns, and then they keep putting these characters where they try to say it's monsters and all types of stuff. Somehow you devalue these characters when they lose in these funny ways.
I don't think Jacob got devalued. We all knew that Jacob wasn't going to beat Roman.
I know, but it's like you stated, if he went against Cody, Cody would have lost. But because he went against Roman, Roman hit him in the head with the turnbuckle like 45 times.
But that's everybody though.
I know,
And right now, Roman's beating everybody.
I know, I get it. But it's like you hit him in the head with the turnbuckle 45 times, then you hit him with a spear through a table. Then you watch the man get up so this way you could run, hit the ropes, and then hit him with a super spear. I was just like, all right, bro. All right, bro. Y'all, y'all was one turnbuckle from dropping from it being Finn Balor and the
Listen,
demon. Y'all was
Roman beating 87 Hogan, man. He beating Bruno San Martino. He beating everybody. I get what you're saying. I just unfortunately WWE has put themselves in a position where there's no one. For example, even with Cody, the one person that is a viable person that Cody will face that everybody kind of want to see because they've teased it already is Punk.
mm-hmm.
He's the only one that can go against Cody right now that we'll have in our mind. Punk can beat Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else. And it's the same thing with Roman. It's like who's gonna beat him? It ain't gonna right now. There's no you can say Braun Breaker's the future, but he's stuck in a situation right now where he has to play tag team partner. So that
Yep.
kind of hurts him. Same thing with Jacob. We're not same thing with Jacob, but Jacob, yeah, he's a monster, but he's that level right. Well, I don't even know if it's right below Roman. It might be two slots below Roman. There's no one else on that roster right now that you could put in there and you could be like, oh, he could beat Roman. He has a chance.
And that's right there. That's the problem. What you just said.
Like we
You
ain't seen Finn Balor in a minute. If Finn Balor came back and it was a boom, 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 and then we knew that he was coming as the demon fighting Roman, we already know what time it is.
Finn Balor can't do it. First of all, he's still trying to figure out what's going on with the Judgment Day.
If
So
Oba would have won, then we could say that's the only person that could we could see beating him.
Mm-hmm.
But until then,
But
it's like you don't have no believable.
nobody.
It's how I view it is like Roman and Cody. They need to switch shows because
Even if they do, it don't make no difference.
I think it do. I think Raw have people that where if Cody go against them, it's believable for them to beat.
Hell no. Who?
Let's see. Jacob Fatu. There's a
No. Okay.
possibility that
Okay.
he may lose to Braun Breaker. If Braun Breaker beats Seth Rollins one more time,
No, hell no.
we still got Seth Rollins still there. We still got Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins just beat him before he remember when he injured himself, he beat Cody Rhodes.
The only person I think right now that you said so far that has a chance would be Jacob. Everybody else, you got to build to that. You couldn't put Braun right now when we just showed him on TV with the tag champs and say tomorrow he's fighting Cody. You
No,
have to
but
build that.
you gotta build to it.
You got to build to it. I don't think there's no. I honestly, I don't think there's nobody in either side that you could do that to. Like even if you put Roman on the SmackDown side, he Gunther maybe, but I don't think Gunther's gonna beat Roman after we just saw him lose to Cody. Drew McIntyre, who we haven't seen in a long time, he done already beat him. Kevin Owens can surprise us to come back. He done already beat him. Randy Orton can surprise us to come back. He already beat him. The only other person left is Danhausen. And we need
Yeah. I
which
mean,
as you've been paying attention, you've been watching the whole show. I have not said anything about him yet. That's maybe a spoiler. But uh Clash of the Champions was a good pay-per-view, solid pay-per-view for me. I think it was solid. What do you guys think? You guys think it was solid?
I do. I honestly, I really do. I feel like this has been better than the last pay per view that they put out.
Mm,
Honestly, like from start to finish, the crowd was electric. The matches was good. The flow of matches was fantastic. Everything just felt a thousand times better than Backlash.
mm.
So yeah, I actually do agree. This was a great pay per view, especially where they had to compete against the AAA event the night before.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Uh, Jay Will, was it solid to you?
No, it was solid. Definitely a couple, three of the matches I would definitely rewatch again for sure.
Okay. I don't know if it was better than Backlash because you can't say that it was better than Backlash when you had Danhausen and Minniehausens. Like you kind of reaching now. All right, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it, King Mel. You see what happened when you mess with Danhausen. The damn New York Knicks that made the NBA Finals. Somebody paid him human monies, and he uncursed them, and they ain't lost since.
That's
Hey, if the New York Knicks, spin off question real quick. If the New York Knicks win the finals, is Danhausen the athlete of the year?
I know he the Finals MVP. I know he need to get a certified ring. They need to put like when they put up the Knicks championship. If they
He
win
need to
this
be
shit,
on it.
he needs to hit his own separate banner.
Yep.
Like he needs his own separate banner.
Or
Can
the,
you
and just maybe
imagine?
his face like
Nah, bro. I don't think you
Um,
understand. See, Jay Wood don't watch basketball.
nah,
He
he
was
do
at the game when they played the
Cavs.
Cavs. I think it was game one.
He was sitting courtside
He
either
was sitting
game one or
courtside and
game two.
they was getting whooped. And
Mind
all
you,
of a sudden,
he told them too. He said, "Oh yeah, y'all want me to keep the curse off the Knicks? Let me get courtside tickets next to Timothy and Kylie Jenner. I mean, whatever. Was it Kylie? No, yeah, it's Kylie Jenner.
yeah,
He was
Scott.
like, "Yeah, let me get courtside tickets right next to them." They was taking pictures, all types of stuff. They really featured him at
Yeah.
the Knicks game. He had a jersey. He had everything you could want. They treated that man like he was
royalty.
Spike Lee or something.
And for
Like
the way that they won that game, oh, he with them. But if they win, he got to get something. He got to be on the parade. He got to speak.
he on the blimp.
He's on the blimp. Yeah, whatever. I'm letting the world know. Don't let the Knicks win. And then watch. If you think Dan House was over before,
Hmm. It's gonna go
man,
crazy. It's gonna go crazy for sports. I'm
because I
telling
don't
you.
think people understand. First of all, the Knicks ain't won since my mom was a little mom, baby mom. This is what my mom was, little baby.
So you ain't lying. Since my pops was in diapers,
I
that's
I
when
wasn't alive. None of us have been alive since the Knicks have won anything. But moving on, King Mel, you mentioned it a little bit earlier, but I just want you to talk about this one match. El
Mhm.
Grande Americano Original versus El Grande Americano. Ludwig Kaiser,
That was
do your thing,
ooh,
man.
ooh, the story, everything. That was like just a masterpiece match. I watched it at least 3 times now because it was some stuff that I missed. You seen people returning that the OG Americano took out, and they ended up coming back in the match to help go against him. You see the OG out there gushing blood through the mask. I'm like, yo, mm, that match had everything. Then when it came out, I couldn't believe it was Chad Gable. I don't know about y'all, but I couldn't believe it was Chad
Lord have
Gable.
mercy.
I couldn't believe. I thought it was going to be Viking Van Caro, whatever that dude name is. I couldn't believe it was Chad Gable. But the fact that it was Chad Gable, and he said, he didn't want to let. He started this kind of to like to embarrass the luchadors in Mexico, and then he felt like he had to honor them to a degree. But he got hurt, and they had to go get the best version, which is number two, which is now the only a Grande Americano. Will go around. If you talk bad about his lady, he gonna go around. He gonna smack you.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. We can leave that alone. Uh, King Mail, give your TNA roundup, man.
So it was two things with TNA that is actually interested that I was looking forward to.
Okay.
One is Stax defeated Santana Marella. If you don't know who Stax is, he's in NXT. His fiance is Santino Marella daughter, Ariana Grace. So they pretty much, she helped him be her father. They got that whole little storyline going in. But once a year, we get all the champions on one side in TNA, and then all the future challenges on another side. And ooh, we was I very, very impressed. So you had Casey Narrow. He actually picked up the victory in this tag team match by pinning Mustafa Ali, who was their international champion, who's actually been taking on people from different continents each and every week, which is fantastic to me. But Leon Slater looked impressive. You had Cedric Alexander look impressive. You had Eric Young out there still going. He's still going apparently.
Still going.
And then you also, the system doing what the system does. So three members of the system was in that match. Mike Santana was out there. Everybody out there mixing it up. But man, Casey, he's looking pretty good actually coming off of that injury. So y'all gotta pay attention to him. Has the pink hair.
All right. Now, here's what I've been hearing in the internet world. The best part of the show. Wrestler of the week. And I bet you guys think you know who I'm going to pick. Not this time. I got somebody new. King Mel might know who I'm talking about. I know Jay Will doesn't know who I'm talking about because he hears everything. Y'all don't know who I'm talking about?
Nah, not this time.
He sees everything. Blackheart Leo Rush.
Wow.
I don't know what got me so engulfed in it. You see, I'm doing my hands like him.
I see it.
I'm in a trance. Lashley. Lashley. That was I thought was the best version of Leo Rush until I saw this version. I don't know what's going on with him. He got the black stuff coming out of his mouth. I don't know what tripped him out. He's probably had enough. He's probably never going to win a world championship. But I'm very impressed with the work Leo Rush is doing. It's good work. Shouts out to Leo Rush. Um, Yeah, Leo Rush is my wrestler of the week because he's so unpredictable. He just comes out of nowhere. He's like the dark version of another wrestler that was my favorite of the week. And I just like what he's doing, man. I like that he's transformed himself into something new and it's something, we haven't seen before. Cause he is everything. Jay Will, who's your wrestler of the week?
This week, my wrestler of the week is actually Sol Ruka. Giving it to Sol Ruka. First PLE, and she won a title, a big title for the women's side. Congratulations to her. She won, and she won wrestler of the week for me.
Okay. You can tell who puts thoughts in this and who doesn't. Um, King Mel, who's your wrestler of the week?
A win is a win, damn it.
If Soul Ruka would have lost, she wouldn't have been your favorite wrestler of the week.
If she would have lost, never mind. I'm not gonna say who it would have been.
Hmm.
Yeah, we know. Go ahead, King Mel.
I'm gonna go OG Americano right here.
Okay.
I'm
Chad
gonna
Gable.
go OG. Yep. I still can't believe it was him, but I'm gonna go with him. Not because of the fact that he lost, but it's the fact that he gave like a little 5 minute speech after he lost. And then you could see his wife kinda in the background. To me, it's like when he gave that little speech, it was like, yeah, I went to the store and then I just disappeared for almost 2 years and never came back. My man said I'm going to the store. He just never said which store he was going to. My man ended up in Mexico.
He's been to many stores.
But no, that match was fantastic. That's my match of the year, possibly.
Okay. Hey, man, listen. We at the end of our show. If you're new to this, stay true to this. Thank you for viewing this. Hey, man, Jay Will, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Facebook as J Will JAYWIL 1L. You can find me on Instagram at underscore Pharaoh underscore Will WIL 1L _.
Okay. King Mel, where can they find you?
King Mel 13 on IG, Jemell Scroggins on Facebook, King Mel Stacks on TikTok.
Okay. You can find me, Coach Drip Housing. Say no, Coach Drip Mike T Housing on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and on Facebook, Michael Turner. Also, you can follow us and join our Facebook group, the most positive wrestling group out there. All we do is share clips and talk about wrestling, foes up, quads down. Um, Also, each and every Monday at midnight, you got King Mel's Top 5 Wrestling Moments of the Week. Moco Center is coming up. If you're listening to this and you're in the DMV area, June 13th, we'll be doing a car wash with the Northwood High School football team, a fundraiser for them. So if you're out, come on out. I think the prices are like $10 for like a quick wash, $20 for um, Supreme Wash. We wash your car outside and inside. So come on out, pop on out. You can look on my page or the 613 page and you'll see the address. Um, I'm not forgetting anything else. We the end all be all, man. You already know. Foes up, quads down. Love y'all. Yeah.